But I felt for a while that I was kind of repeating the same thing. Yeah, we'll figure out the licensing soon. It's obviously we kept pushing the timeline.
There was a reputation at one point in time that Spotify was like not going to work because of the licensing. How close was it, in your estimation, percentage-wise, to working at its worst, like to not working? At the darkest day, what did you think your chances were?
The darkest days, we had a series of meeting in New York. It was about a week where it was pretty evident, like everyone just said, no, this isn't going to happen. Like, and don't come back. That was essentially...
Really?
Yeah. So I called Martin up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And for those that don't know Martin, I will say that he's... the guy just, it doesn't bother him at all. Like, none of that does. So he's just going to be, okay, well, that's totally fine. Let's go and do something else. So for him, he just listened to what I said and it's like, okay, well, that sounds stupid. But if that's the case, let's go and do something else. Give it another couple of weeks and then we'll figure it out. And that was incredibly reassuring for me because, I just felt like we had both invested so much of our time, money, had all these employees, and he was just totally unfazed by the situation. What
happened in those 3 or 4 weeks that made it turn around?
That's a very good question that I still wonder sometimes. What I ended up doing is I just canceled my trip back home to Stockholm.
You ripped up the return ticket.
Yeah, and ended up camping out in front of their offices, coming back. I had to tweak my messaging a little bit and twist things around, pay them a little bit more money, figure things around. But it just really turned. And then the other thing that I did, which really saved the company, was we wanted to launch worldwide day one. And I said, okay, screw it. Let's not do the US. Let's start in a territory where this doesn't matter as much to you. And let me prove the model.
That was brilliant. That took the pressure off.
Yeah. And then everything turned around.
That was great because I had acquired an account. And I had a VPN, and I'm a big Bob Dylan fan. And I had no idea that so many French people loved Bob Dylan enough to cover every song. And holy fuck, the French can do Dylan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard this. And then I bought the US Spotify, and I couldn't get the French Dylan anymore.
Yep. Can you get it now?
No comment.